welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be talking about underrated makeup products. Products that you don't really hear a ton about, that aren't really getting the attention they deserve, in my opinion at least. So I've gathered up some products that most of them have been out for quite a while. Some of them I've had and used for a very long time. Others are newer to me, but I still think they deserve to be mentioned. So yeah, let's just go ahead and jump right into this. I think what I want to start with is I have quite a few like lip products, so let's go ahead and talk about the lip products. The first one I want to talk about, and it's not this color in particular, but it's from Tattoo Junkee. It's their lip paints. And I've mentioned these before in videos, and I absolutely love their lip paints. They are awesome. They come in kits where, like, with this one and with the other ones I have, they came with a little thing of loose cosmetic glitter that if you want, you can put on top of. You don't have to use the glitter on top of them, but it's kind of a fun little extra, for like if you're going out or something. But I love these liquid lipsticks, and they're so affordable. A kit, I think, is like $7. So that is so cheap. This shade right here is called Hipster, and it's kind of an orange tone, red type shade. It's just really pretty. All the colors are nice and pigmented. They dry down totally matte, and they last like for hours. And I usually buy mine at Walmart. I don't think all Walmarts carry them, but the one I went to had a few. But they have such a huge range of finishes and colors on their website. So I will leave their website linked down below in the description box for you guys. But these are such good liquid lipsticks, especially if you're on a budget and you want to save some cash. They are so good. Another really good liquid lipstick that is really affordable is from the brand Beauty Creations, and it is their Longwear Matte Lip Gloss. I have it in the shade Cranberry, and I believe you can buy these in stores. I received this particular one as a gift, so I'm not sure where it was purchased at, but I do know they have a website that you can order from, which I will leave linked down below, with a lot more colors. And this right here is a little bit of a thicker formula than Tattoo Junkee's, but once it's on and it dries down, it does dry down totally matte, but once it dries down, it's matte and it's locked in. Like, I put this on one day for church. I left the house around 10 o'clock that morning. I got back at noon. It was still on, and then I went out and ran some errands, and at like 4 or 5 o'clock that evening, this stuff was still on. I mean, it faded like a little bit right in here, but other than that, it was on. It looked good. This is, when they say long wear, they mean long wear. This is some good stuff. Another lip product, I told you guys I have a few here because I love lip products. It's from Maybelline, and it's their Superstay 24 color. It's the 2-in-1, and I've heard like mixed reviews about these. Some people love them, some people hate them, but I was skeptical of them because I think I've mentioned before, I'm generally not a fan of the two-step long-wear lip colors. They just aren't something I enjoy. But I really like this one. This is the color, what is this color? All Day Cherry. It's a nice red shade. It has just a little bit of shimmer in it. And the reason I like this is, for me anyway, I put it on in a very thin layer. I start with one thin layer because it goes on kind of sheer, and then I let that dry down, and then I go over and put another very thin layer on until it's more opaque. And that is what it looks like, and I just let that dry down completely, and then I go in with step 2, which is this clear like gloss type of deal. And once I do that, this stuff is locked in all day. Do I know if it stays on 24 hours? I don't. But for me, I had this on a few days ago for around 9 hours, and it was still on there. It had faded just a little bit right here, but not to where it was super noticeable. It's just the color kind of faded a bit, and just a little bit in the corners it faded. But for the most part, the color was still there. The day sometimes I will go back and reapply some of this to add a little bit of moisture to my lips. But it doesn't make my lips feel super dry, like they're drying out and they're going to die type of deal. So I really enjoyed this product. Another lip product, this one is from e.l.f. and this is their, I don't know exactly what this is called, but it's like a liquid stain. It's in the shade Dewy Berry. It's from their Aqua line. And I got this on e.l.f.'s website, and I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it because it is a very thin formula. It's a stain. It's not a liquid lipstick. But I put it on, and you don't get like a super dark color like that. You put it on, and this is just one swipe. It's very sheer, but you can build it up a bit, but not, you know, a ton. But you can build that color up some. And this is something else that lasts all day. Another cool thing I like about this product is it has almost like a cooling effect. It doesn't like sting or burn or anything like that, but it just has almost like a refreshing coolness to it. Like the feel on the lips. It doesn't smell like anything. It's not like minty or anything. No, there's like no smell that I can detect. But it just has like a really, you know, nice, soothing, cooling effect. I think it does anyway, and I really like this. I don't remember the price of it, but it was pretty affordable. You know, it's e.l.f., so it's pretty affordable. So that I absolutely love. Okay, the next item, I think that is all the lip products. The next item is a brow pencil. It's from the brand Cella, and it's their, what is this called? I guess it's just their brow pencil, but it's in the shade Tantalizing Taupe, and here's what it looks like. I got this in, I want to say it was an Ipsy bag, and it is a very fine tip. You know, it's like a micro pencil, very fine tip, and it's the perfect size for just going, you know, going right into the brows and doing like little strokes to where it looks more natural. That's the shade Tantalizing Taupe. And what I like about it is it's soft enough to where, you know, you can get it in the brow easily and go through it with a spoolie and sort of blend it. This one is soft enough to where you can work with it, but it's not too soft. You know, it's got a little bit of density to it, I guess you could call it, to where it doesn't, you know, move around, but it's not hard either to where you feel like you're having to really press in there and get it. So that's why I like this, and the color is a really good match as well. So I'm pretty happy with this. I'm not sure where you can buy the Cella brand at, but I will try to look that up for you guys, and if I find a link to where you can buy these, I will leave it linked in the description box if I find that. But this is really good. Okay, another pencil product is from Avon. It's the Always On Point eyeliner. I have it in the shade Black. The packaging has changed a little bit lately, but for the most part it's the same. And the reason I like this is it's literally always pointy. Like, it's got like a sharpener in the cap. Like, you can't really see it, but it's like up in here, so every time you put the cap on and you twist it, it's sharpening the pencil. So every time you use it, you take the cap off, bam, it's sharpened like that. Like, you can't, you know, physically twist it up or anything, so it stays sharpened like this all the time. To do a nice line on, you know, your lash line. It's really dark. This is the black shade. It's soft as well, so it goes on good. It stays on pretty well throughout the day, and I'm someone who has allergy eyes, so my eyes are usually watering or itching or something, so this stays on really well, and I like that I can just smudge it out if I'm doing a smoky eye. So that is really nice, and the fact that it's basically sharpens itself is a great time saver. Okie doke. Let's go ahead and do this other pencil product. Might as well. It's also from Avon, and it's the Glimmer Sticks Lip Liner. I have it in the shade Mystery Mauve, and this one you do have to twist up. You know, it's just a regular retractable. And this color I absolutely love it. It is so good to wear underneath more mauve-y toned lipsticks. It goes on so soft, so smooth. It stays on, and some days I will just use this lip liner to not just line my lips, but fill my lips in because it's totally matte. So I will just wear it by itself some days, which I think looks really good. I love the color. They're awesome lip liners. Not just this color, just the Glimmer Sticks line in general is awesome. Okay, let's move on to a concealer that I have loved for years. This one you do hear people talk about, but I don't think it gets the attention it deserves. And it's from Hard Candy. It's their Glamouflage Heavy Duty Concealer. I use it in the shade Light. This right here takes such a small amount and it covers so much. Like, it covers my acne scars, it covers dark circles, but it's not so thick to where, you know, it doesn't want to blend in. Like, it's thick, but not too thick, you know? So you can still blend it in really nicely. And it's got such great coverage. And it lasts all day. This stuff, I think, is, I want to say it's like $7, and Hard Candy is a Walmart only brand, but you can order it on the Walmart website as well. Yeah, and next up is a blush, and it is from Jordana. It is their powder blush. I have it in the shade number 32 Rose Silk. Jordana is sold at, I know that I got this at a Kmart, but I know a lot of Kmarts are closing, and not everyone has a Kmart. But I'm pretty sure they're sold in other drugstores as well. And if I'm not mistaken, I think you can order Jordana products online. But this blush is really good. The color is beautiful. It's a matte blush. I love the color. Now, when I first got it and I touched it, it does not feel super soft and, you know, really soft like some blushes do. And I was just like, I don't know about this. But the color is really good. It's not overly pigmented. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't like my blushes to be super pigmented because, you know, I don't want to dip my brush in and bam, clown face. I don't want that. I prefer a blush where you have to more or less build the color up. And that's why I like this one. You can build it up to where it looks like a natural flush on the cheeks. You can build it up, but it's not like to where it's going to look crazy on your face. It's on this finger right here. So it blends out really good. It's very soft on the cheeks. It doesn't get splotchy or blotchy or any of that stuff. Okay, let's move on to an eyeshadow palette. This is from the brand Jessie's Girl, and it's their Natural Nudes collection. I got this at Rite Aid for, I want to say this was around $5 or $6. I know it was under $10, and it's a really good palette. And you get several, you get 4 matte shades, and then all of these up here are glittery. This one right here almost looks matte, but it does have a very slight hint of sheen to it, whereas the other ones are straight up glittery shades. So let's just see if we can swatch some of these real quick. These are really nice shades. They're pigmented. They are super soft. I mean, look at that. That's just one swipe of those. They're so soft. There's very little fallout with these. And I definitely think they were worth the money. This one has more pink and mauve tones, but there's also a bit of bronze in there as well. And it's just such a good shade selection, in my opinion. So, yes. That's the darkest shade, and that's the one that I said looked kind of matte, but it has that very little bit of sheen to it. And the mattes in here, I think, are all really nice as well. They're not dry. They blend out really good matte shades. They're all neutrals, so, you know, they work really well with looks. You can't see those lightest two because they kind of blend in with my skin tone a bit, but they're really soft, very minimal fallout, and I don't really hear anyone talk about the Jessie's Girl eyeshadow palettes that often, but in my opinion, they're worth it, and they're just really high quality for what you pay. I got another eye product here, and it's a mascara. It's from Avon, and it's the Big and Multiplied Volume Mascara. I have it in the shade Blackest Black. I love this mascara. I wear it all the time. I'm obsessed with it. I love the brush on it. I feel like it is a good size brush. It gets in there. I can take it to the base of my lashes, wiggle it around, sweep it through them. It doesn't clump up, so I can wear, you know, more than one layer. I can put 2, 3 layers on. It does not clump up on me. It stays on all day. It doesn't flake or smudge, and it's not waterproof, but you know, it lasts all day, even through my allergies. It's really black. It adds that volume, but maybe it's just my lashes, but it seems like it also adds just a little bit of length to them. So that is good, but this is an amazing mascara palette. This is from e.l.f. and I believe this is called the Beautifully Bare Face Palette. The name has worn off. And I know I featured this in a haul, I believe, a while back, but I don't hear too many people talk about this palette. I know that my Walmart has this particular palette, but you can also get this on the e.l.f. website. You get 2 blushes, a contour shade, and a highlight. The 2 blushes are both more or less peach tones. Like you get a more brighter peach tone here, and then a slightly deeper, more apricot shade right here. And they're both really nice blushes. They're not overly pigmented, so that is good. As you can see, they're pretty subtle, which you can layer them. A lot of times I will mix both of these 2 together and put them on my cheeks, and they look very natural and really nice. This palette is so shiny, I feel like I'm blinding you guys. The contour shade is a little bit warm tone, not like really, really warm, but it has a bit of a warmness to it. It's really good. It's matte. It glides on the skin easily. It's super easy to blend, so I really enjoy that. And the highlight that's in here, it's more of a subtle highlight. Like, it's not gonna, you know, blind you or anything. It's not one of those. It's definitely more subtle. It's not chunky. It doesn't have a ton of glitter, you know, in it. It does have that sheen, but not glittery. It's a subtle highlight, but it's definitely buildable. You can layer it up. And one of the reasons I really like the highlight in this palette is because where I have texture on my skin, it doesn't emphasize that texture. So that's something I really enjoy about the highlight in it. But overall, I think this is a really good palette, and I think it's only like $8, I want to say. So you're getting 4 items in here for around $8. I definitely think it's worth it. So I would suggest you guys check this out. Okay. Another palette, or a quad really, I have is an eyeshadow quad. It's from Avon. It's the True Color Matte Eye Quad in the shade Desert Sunset. I believe I featured this before. I reached for it so many times within the week that it's ridiculous. I love that it's all matte, but I love the color selection in here. You get more of a sort of a warm tone, like nude. It has like just a little bit of a hint of like peach in it, I feel. I'm running out of places to swatch. Oh my god, it's been a long day. I can't even talk. Swatch. Almost done. Bear with me, guys. But it's kind of a warm tone nude, and it's great for all over the lid is what I usually use it for. My favorite shade in this entire palette is this orange shade. I'm obsessed with this shade. It is so pretty. And these are really soft as well with very little fallout. But this orange shade is gorgeous. Look at that. And right here, it's hard to tell on camera, but this is a dark, like smoky purple shade. It's super dark, but it blends really well. I use that shade a lot in the crease. And then you also get a brown shade. It's more of a chocolatey brown, I feel. Like more of a chocolatey, almost cocoa brown. I love this shade. I love this quad. They are beautiful shades. They're pigmented, and I think the quads are only like $8. So that, in my opinion, is a really good deal, and these shades are gorgeous. Okay, we're almost there. We are in the home stretch. Woo! This is more of a recent purchase. Like, I purchased it not that long ago, and you guys will see it featured in a haul, so it might be up now, it might be up after this, but this is from LA Colors. LA Colors Makeup Blending Sponge. It's latex free. It says it's perfect for blending, contouring, and foundation application. I picked this up at the Family Dollar. It was $2.50. This is it dampened. If you, well, it's been laying here for a bit. It's slightly dampened. It's starting to dry on me, because it's been laying here for a few hours because I used it today to apply my foundation. But if you watch that video, you'll see what it looks like dry. So it does grow in size just a bit, so that's good. It's very soft and smooth to the touch. You can see where I used it. But it's also relatively squishy when it's damp. You know, it doesn't get too squishy in the center, which I'm fine with because that's where I will like hold it at. But in the areas that you would use it, it gets pretty squishy. I wasn't sure how squishy it would get because when it's dry, it doesn't really feel like it's going to be that squishy, but it is. And I use this end to bounce my foundation in. I haven't used this end yet, but it goes to a point. And then you have this one side that's kind of flattened out. And I think that would be good for maybe under the eyes or even doing your contour with. But for $2.50, I'm really impressed with the quality of this. So this gets a thumbs up from me. I was skeptical mostly because $2.50, a lot of cheaper sponges are really hard. They don't blend well and they feel awful on the skin. Like some of the ones I've gotten from the Dollar Tree, I, tried getting them wet and they did not get soft one bit. They were like little rocks. But this one I think got pretty soft. The final product I have to talk about is a nail polish. This is from Avon. It's the Gel Finish 7-in-1 Nail Enamel. This is the shade Sapphired Up. I have a few of these gel finish polishes in different colors. This one here lately has been one of my favorites. I don't have it on today, unfortunately. But this is such a beautiful blue shade. This one doesn't have any glitter or shimmer in it. So it's just a nice color. It's super shiny. Like this here, if you didn't want to, I don't think you would have to apply 2 coats. That's how opaque it is. It goes on so well. I use this with a base coat and a top coat. It says you don't have to, I believe, because it's 7-in-1, but I always do anyway, force of habit. But when I do that, it prolongs the wear of this. So this is such a good formula, and it's so glossy and shiny that it's ridiculous. I love it. Love it, love it. So that is all I have for you guys in this video. I just wanted to share some of these products with you that I felt like just don't get the attention they deserve. And once again, this is all my opinion. These are products that I use and I personally love. And like I said, I will leave links to different websites down below for the products if I can find the links. And I do want to mention, as a small disclaimer, I am an Avon independent sales representative, so when I do sell the Avon products, I do receive a commission from them. So the links I leave for those products do go to my e-store. So if you order from there, I will receive a commission from those products, but that does not affect my opinion of these products in any way. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel down below and be sure to click the little bell icon so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Thanks again, guys. Bye.